If anyone wants good lube, I have a brand because Lubatube is not a brand, but
I made that one up.
But Uber Lube, UBER, Uber Lube. It is just.
Are they done doing the whole rideshare thing or what? What's going on?
Uber Lube. Okay.
Oh,
Hi, Jordan, you
Good one,
silly
Jordan.
little businessman.
that took me a little bit.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see there. Hey.
I want to rip my uterus out of my vagina and throw it on the ground and never insert it back in me because it hurts. Did you like that audio message I
love
sent
that.
earlier?
I know. I'm like, this sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, wait. You know what it sounds like, too, when you did that?
What?
It sounds like, you know, the Kylie Jenner, like, little sound meme? She's like, I just had a Colt 45 and on the rocks and I'm ready to go.
I have
Courtney,
not-
what the fuck are you on? Have you heard that?
That was really good.
It sounded identical to that.
But no, I actually want to rip my
God.
uterus out
I'm
right now.
Sorry. It's that time,
Oh
ain't
my
it?
God. The first day is so
That
bad.
time of the month. Ooh.
I don't know why it's so bad this month, but oh my God. Oh
sorry.
my gosh, it hurts.
Otsy.
Otsy.
Oh, look at us doing our
Hi,
Minnesota
sis.
accents. Hi.
How
I'm
are
back.
you?
I was gone.
I know.
I was gone for the weekend.
She was in Vegas living it up while
Vegas, baby.
I was working all weekend.
I know. Sorry.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little beat, so if my sentences come out backwards today, that's why.
Mine usually do, so you'll fit right in.
Okay, I'll fit right in.
You
So-
guys, happy Thursday. Welcome back to our little Crazy Town podcast. We're excited to have you back. This is another good one. God, we've been just freaking cranking out the good content lately. Can I toot our horn for 2 seconds?
toot the shit out of our
Toot the
horn.
shit out of the horn. God, these are fun.
Yeah,
We got good stuff coming. And guess who's coming on? Drum roll.
Sid's boyfriend. His
Jordan.
name is Jordan, and he is pretty cool.
Remember that one time in the beginning of this podcast that I said I would never talk about Jordan because we agreed that I would never talk about Jordan? Oh, yeah. Well, Jordan's coming on the podcast.
Literally every episode. So Jordan. So the infamous Jordan.
Can I
is
interrupt
here.
you for a second?
Yes.
Because I want to say something about Jordan.
Yes. Oh. I was so. Did you see how kind I was?
You go, yes, of course.
Yes,
you can.
please interrupt.
Yes, you may.
At
Come on in.
At least you fucking asked this time, right? Okay,
I'm gonna smack you.
let's get right into it. Straight candid moments of the week.
Okay, let's get into the straight candid moments, and then we'll tell you why Jordan's here because it'll make a lot more sense. Why am I grabbing my phone like I need to look at it? So, last night I get back from Vegas.
You say
beat.
Vegas funny.
Vegas. I think it's because it's okay. Never mind. I'm not
Last
gonna
night
go
I
there.
got back from Vegas.
I think I enunciate it because it's just a wild time. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm laying in bed. I'm trying to get relaxed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so quiet. I took a little CBD. I'm like, ooh, I'm laying with my feet up. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm beat, but I'm okay. I'm alive.
Yes.
I'm watching the Keeping Up with the Kardashians because, you know, new season on Hulu. Get it? And I've got my, thing propped up and I look over and I'm like, I thought I saw something. I'm like, oh, that was weird. And then I'm watching the show and I hear this little like this. And I look over on the ground. It is a mouse's tail that I am hearing hit my fucking room door.
I have goosebumps.
It is in my room and I immediately go, oh my God. Oh, and I'm looking at it and it turns around.
A rat, a full on live.
It's a mouse, but it's big.
It was alive.
It was alive and it looks at me and then it just scurries across my fucking room. I'm not kidding you.
So you weren't going to go to bed till you killed this fucking thing.
I didn't know where it went. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. I kept saying to myself, I'm like, ew. Because I'm like, what do I do? I'm on my bed. It came from the door. What if it brought his family? What if it brought his cousins? I don't know. I'm like, oh my God. And then I call my sister and she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't fucking know. What do I can't. I'm like, and I kept getting grossed out, getting chills on my neck. And I go, this can't get worse. It really can't. I look at the bottom of my bed. There is a turd at the bottom of my fucking bed. A little tiny little turd. I probably came from the bottom of my foot, or at least crossing my fingers. Then again, though, I was gone for like 3 days.
It was living under
It
your
was
covers.
having a time, and it doesn't pay rent. That bitch.
That little bitch. Wait, so you went to bed with a live rat?
It was a mouse, a rat. Those things.
Okay, a mouse.
The only reason I know it wasn't is you can just tell. You look at them and they're huge. Thank God I had a hamster because holy hell, I was playing it cool, but I was still like screaming. I did apologize to my neighbors for yelling at like 11:30 at night. But I had to go to bed. I finally got up and stomped around, pretended like I was tough, looked behind the dresser. Nothing. She's gone.
You're like,
nowhere
mouse.
to be found. So then I text my neighbors. This is the last little piece of the story. Text my neighbors in the morning. I'm like, hey, you guys, I had a mouse running around my room. I'm like, God damn it. And they go, oh, yeah, no, we saw one in the bathroom the other day. And then the next day we pulled one of our drawers out, and he popped out.
So it's still in here.
That would mean that he is living in 2 apartments, or he has a family.
And you haven't, like, you're still sleeping in this place knowing that there's a mouse
I did.
somewhere? Did you have to just like knock yourself out with melatonin?
Yeah, I took
weed
like way more CBD than necessary because I was like, there's no way I'm going to bed. Because every time I felt a little tickle on my nose of my own hair, I'm like, oh my God, it's a rat tail. Anyway, holy hell. There's my hashtag straight candid moment. Jesus.
I'm disgusted for you. I don't like it.
Anyway, I feel like a germ. I showered and I still feel gross.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell me about your day?
Don't touch me. Yeah. Okay. My straight candid moment of the week. It probably started this morning when my Snapchat got hacked somehow.
Oh yeah. Frick, that sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. I was getting some sketchy texts and then I tried to log into Snapchat and Snapchat's logged me out, which means someone's is in there. And I put this on my story today too, but I was just more embarrassed at the fact that this hacker is seeing the weird, like, the weird Snapchats I send you.
You got good ones.
Like, you guys, I think of the weirdness that I put out on the internet on my stories, like just me being me, and I post it for like thousands of people to see. Think of what I'm sending to Sid and only Sid. Like, just imagine.
Next level.
Like, just imagine. So anyways, sometimes I even like sing on my fucking Snapchat by myself and save it.
You don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Do you prop it up in the bathroom and you're like,
yeah, I have a fucking music video with myself. Okay, that was a freshman year of college, but it's on there. And I did.
I was like, please
I
don't
did
say
do
this
it
is
over
recent.
COVID. I did it over COVID like twice, and that's on there. So I'm more embarrassed about this hacker seeing the weirdness that is on there than obviously the other things that are on there. Like some nudies.
Okay.
And so I called my mom today and told her what happened.
Geeking me out today.
I called my mom today and told her what happened. She's like, well, what's the big deal? Like, you can just have your followers refollow you. And I'm like,
oh,
I'm like, Mom.
No.
I'm like, no, Mom, this is Snapchat, like, where you like send pictures and stuff. And she was, well, what do you mean? I'm like, sometimes you send pictures.
Oh my God, you told your mom that?
And she goes, well, you don't do that. And I go, you don't know what I do. She goes, oh my gosh, Sophie. She goes, well, what are you gonna do about it? And she was like, I don't know, Mom. So I was talking to my mom about it this morning too.
Your mom.
She was laughing at me.
She's so fun though. She's so good about that stuff too.
I mean, I can tell my mom was a little.
She was a little worried. Probably.
No, like when she was my age. Like I just know she was very similar to me. So.
I think they all don't want to admit it, but
anyways,
you know what I mean?
I'm still not in my Snapchat.
I was going to say you didn't log in yet.
No, I haven't had fucking time today. Because then my other straight candid moment was, so I went to Mankato today and I'm starting to like do this little like Halloween costume model thing.
Oh yeah, your side hustle.
Yeah, my little side hustle where I put on fun costumes all day. And this is more of like a deep candid moment, I think, because you see like, so they take pictures of you and then you're like blown up on the screen and you're in like sometimes like skimpy outfits. Sometimes you're in just like shorts, sometimes whatever. But you see all these angles of yourself that you're not used to seeing, and it honestly, like I remember an hour of my day today, I was just like down on myself. I wasn't having fun. I was really insecure because I just kept seeing, these certain angles that you're not used to seeing of yourself. And it just makes you feel like, and then I literally sat down and I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking awesome. I'm here. I'm putting this fun wig on. Like no one is looking at this certain spot on my body that's bothering me. And I just want people to know that everyone has those days, and it was, people, you're going to have those days and those moments. And you got to kind of make sure you find something positive to look at and talk about and Yeah.
I'm glad you were able to like talk yourself out of it. But God, yeah, it's like nobody's looking at you like that.
Yeah.
Nobody besides yourself is going to be your biggest critic. I promise you that. I promise you that.
And I thought these people that were, there doing the costumes, makeup, taking the pictures are staring at me like, what is she doing here? Like, she doesn't belong here.
Never, dude. I know.
And it's like you sit there and you play that comparison game in your head and you're just insecure and you just have to stop. So.
And it's always the people on the outside are never going to see what you're seeing through your lens. I get it. Damn, I'm sorry. Yeah. That sucks though when you have those moments. Yeah. I had those moments last week. Yeah. I told you about it.
I know. And that's also why I wanted to bring it up. Yeah. Because this has been top of mind for our conversation lately too.
Winter can be hard. We're not going to lie. Winter is different for everybody's bodies. Honestly, because we live in the cold too, your body wants to have warm food and retain a little bit of fat because it's healthy. Yeah. Because it's healthy. Did you hear me? Like it's okay. Yeah. And it's like, we get sensitive because we're like, whoa, I don't look the same I did 2 years ago when I
don't look the 12. Same I did when I was a little child.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, so it's hard to remember that, but yeah. I'm sorry that you had that moment though.
No, it's okay. And I'm sorry. I mean, it's not
relate.
It's not that we need to be sorry about it. It's just that something that most women and people don't really talk about, even with your friends. So it's just important that I want to bring it up on here too.
I'm glad you did.
Cool.
I'm really freaking glad you did.
Okay, enough about that.
You want to know what's coming next?
I want to know what's coming next.
Jordy!
Little grandpa.
My little grandpa Pants is 30 years old and he's going to come chit chat with us about finances, about our relationship. And he spills the beans a little bit. Not going to lie. I thought he was Private Nelly and
I honestly was very surprised. I'm so excited because he thinks he's talking about finances, but I was like, I'm going to play a little game, get him a little uncomfortable, but I feel like he's not even going to be uncomfortable. I don't know.
I guess you guys will find out. And without further ado, Jordan Hagel.
Jordan.
Hi.
Welcome. We're excited to have you.
Jordan, give us a little lowdown.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah. I know you a little.
Well, my name's Jordan Hagel. I am 30 years old.
Shit, you're a grandpa.
You said that twice.
We celebrated his birthday in Vegas, and it was quite a time. I was the, only girl there. And so I was
my mom
around.
was there.
Oh, yeah, for a little bit.
Oh my God, is he obsessed with his mom?
No. And her sisters are adorable. It was really fun, honestly, but Vegas was a time.
Do you kiss your mom on the mouth?
No. Absolutely not. I love my mom, but I would never do that.
From our other episode. God dang it.
Okay,
Red flags and deal breakers.
Keep going, Jordan. Sorry.
I live in downtown Minneapolis.
Woo!
I work at a startup here in Minneapolis. Out of the Uptown WeWork, I guess, is our office location.
Yeah,
we
sweet.
monitor construction job sites.
Love it.
I went to Winona State. I'm from White Bear Lake. I love to play games. I collect Pokemon.
He's a gamer.
Pokemon.
Did you just say you collect Pokemon?
I collect Pokemon.
Sid, I didn't know you were dating a nerdy.
I know.
Nerdy.
No,
it's
nerdy
Jordy.
It's nerdy.
Let's bug Jordan. No, it's alternative investments.
Okay.
Alternative investments is what my Pokemon is.
You're being kind of feisty. It makes me want to put my finger up your nose.
Not feisty. Please don't pick my nose.
So you make money off of Pokemon?
Not yet, but I will.
Okay.
One
Andrew,
day.
What'd you just do to my mic? Nothing? Oh.
Turned it down because you were loud.
She was yelling in the microphone.
Can I turn it
Jordan, we're hyped to have you here.
I'm hyped to be here.
We originally wanted Jordan to come on here because he knows quite a bit about finances, stocks, Bitcoin. The guy's insane.
Boring.
Talk about somebody who has a side hustle. But we figured we could bug him too.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I'll be honest. I was like, Jordan, yeah, you can come talk about finances. But to be honest, I was totally against it. But I'll allow you to talk about it for a little bit. But first and foremost, I kind of want to talk about you two because I think your relationship kind of stemmed from, it kind of came from nowhere. And I was surprised by it. And now I know how much in love you are with each other. And I think it's just really cute. So I want to talk a little bit about you two. So how did it start? How'd you meet, first of all?
Well, I think you know the answer to that question.
I do.
I'll answer.
Okay.
Because it's
Let's see if he answers it correctly.
Well, I know how we met, so I can answer it correctly. Because it started with me, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I went to Sophie's last altar class that you coached. Sophie and I became friends from one of our other friends. She worked at WeWork. She's like, come to my altar class. So I did. Came to the last altar class.
You and your boys came to my last
Yep,
altar.
we
That
came
was
to the
a
last
fun
altar
class.
class.
really
It was
fun
a great class, really good energy. And in the front row was a brunette girl in yoga pants that caught my eye, and
Can you clarify what caught your eye?
the booty. The booty caught my eye.
The booty.
Motherfucker.
It did. And then when you turned around, you were obviously beautiful. So we had been trying to get on the boat all summer with Soph, and I said, all right, Soph, yeah, definitely want to have you out like next weekend. You should invite your friends, specifically the one that was in like spot 27 from your altar class. So she did, and we met, and it went really well, and here we are.
Love that.
Aww.
That's so. I can picture that DM on Instagram. Yeah, you can come on my boat, but ... Bring your friends.
Spot
too.
26.
I remember you sent it to me too. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, no, Soph, no. I'm not. I don't want to go. Remember I said that? I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
He's
I don't
old.
wanna,
He's weird.
no, I
don't
didn't want to
wanna
meet
do it.
anybody. And I was like, oh no. Oh, frick. I always bump my tooth. Get really close to the mic. But, and then I was just like, frick it. Whatever. What's a day on the boat? Huh?
Yeah, I was like, Sid, beware. Like, yeah, he's just crazy weird. No, Jordan. Why do you think I was friends with you? I thought you were a great guy, and I think it's awesome you guys are dating. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
At first you were mad though, because you were like, what the hell? I thought you were going to be my single friend.
yeah,
Remember that?
I was really pissed at the beginning. I'm not
You
gonna
were
lie.
so pissed.
I'm like, wait, this is working out. There's no way.
You're like,
really?
you asked me, you go, are you sure you guys like each other? Like, I didn't really see that happening. And I thought maybe you were going to be my single friend. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, you kind of
No, I
dramatized
dramatized
that
it
a
totally,
little bit.
but that's what we love. That's
I
more
love
fun
it.
that way. No, it's so fun. She was a supporter, but anyway.
I was a supporter once I figured out that they were in love.
Love.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my little document here. Okay.
It's okay.
So I'm gonna ask a few just fun questions
Hit us.
to get you guys a little loosened up. So this is not a very loosened up question. It's kind of intense. But
Oh God.
Jordan,
Is it a game?
no, not yet.
Oh, we're playing a game.
Later.
Okay. Oh.
What is different in this relationship, and why is this relationship working? And I guess that's for both of you.
Oh.
Like,
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You go first.
I would say we challenge each other in ways that we don't bug each other. In past relationships, there was always something that like bugged me about the other person for whatever reason. We could have the worst days and talk about whatever, kind of get on each other's nerves or challenge each other when somebody's not doing something, that's normal for them, and it doesn't bug me.
Sid doesn't bug you?
No, I don't know why. You would
What the hell? I'm psycho. What the hell? I'm just kidding.
you would think she does, but no, it doesn't. It's just
When she does it, it's cute. But like if anyone else were to do it, it'd be like, get the fuck
it's
away
not
from
it's
me.
not always cute though. Like
Hey.
I'll accidentally bump into her and she'll be like, Jordan, say you're sorry, and I'll be like, what did I do?
Well,
She's like,
shit.
you need to say you're sorry. Like, yeah, I mean, oh,
You're like, true.
Yeah,
I
you're
guess
right.
No,
Right.
he doesn't
I'm
say,
sorry.
yeah, you're right. He goes, why? It wasn't my fault.
I think
You got in
yeah,
my way.
I
I'm like,
think
what?
yeah, you're right. So if I think it, I say it. Yeah,
I love that.
yeah, it's good. It works. I
This
think.
just kind of reminds me of Sid told this story, I think when we started this podcast, about how you were working on your skincare and she gave you, can you tell the story from your perspective really quick so listeners can hear it if they haven't heard it yet?
Sorry.
Because I think that this would bug you.
Which story?
Oh, there's more than one about your skincare?
the one where
But-
I got you face spray.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. Well, because I mean, by now I have a full-fledged skincare routine with like a roller and oils and
Sid got you into it.
Oh yeah, I did, baby. We
It's
don't want
good.
wrinkles.
yeah.
He's
I'm
30.
a grandpa. I don't. Yeah. So we were on Amazon and I was looking. I really like the face misters. I can't remember. I think my hairstylist got me into. He was like, "Yeah, they're great and smell good." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." And spray kind of wakes
Wake
you
you
up.
up.
So we went on Amazon and he's like, "This is the one that you got to get, full of vitamin B and vitamin, whatever. This is perfect." So I get it. Comes in this container, and I should have known because it didn't. The spray, caps, they usually spray out. It looks different than the ones that.
Yeah.
And I should have known, but I took it and I sprayed it right on my face, and it came out in like a straight line, and it just right in my face, and it was all sticky. And I look at it, and it was like a liquid vitamin B thing that you're supposed to spray in your mouth.
For your mouth. It was
For
edible.
your mouth. Yeah, it was
It was
like
actually
edible.
for inside.
So I had stuff
He's like,
my
I'm
face.
really sticky. This doesn't feel right.
So Sid tricked you.
On
Basically.
accident.
I wouldn't do that on purpose.
If
Besides the
she
fake
said
spiders.
she did, she didn't.
I actually didn't, though. I didn't get that on purpose.
Okay, Sid, you need to answer the question now.
Okay, remind me.
What is different about this relationship? Why is this relationship working? And in particular, I want to ask about like the age gap too. So, because I know you guys are, there's a difference in age. Personally, like I totally am with you with the older men. Like Jordan's very mature. He knows what he wants. So like that's awesome. But yeah, why is this relationship different? And how do you make it work?
Well, for me, I don't see myself dating somebody in my like area of age. It just doesn't really. It hasn't worked. I guess I should say. So it just doesn't work to me. I feel like I'm always like in a different trajectory, and I'm like trying to do the next thing and trying to make myself better every day and like learning. And I feel like a lot of times priorities are totally different with somebody our age because boys do mature later. It's the truth. So with him, it's like we just are on a parallel path of what I want, and it seems like it's what he wants, like just looking a few days from ahead or like even a month from now, and it's like, well, that makes sense. So it's just easy. And like he said, we do challenge each other. Like sometimes, yes, he bugs me, but not even nearly as much as other people did. But it's never like, God, I'm gonna have to teach him this, like God damn it. It's more like, oh, he just needs to be reminded. And then I look at what I'm saying, and I'm like, whoa, wait, actually, maybe I'm learning something from this. Maybe I'm being too X, Y, or Z.
Maybe I'm being too like picky or about something little that you're picking a fight about maybe.
And he'll tell me right away. That's like the biggest thing too, is like if I'm having like a nitpicky day, he's like, whoa, you're kind of like picking at me right now. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I totally am. And then you realize it. You realize it right away, and it's actually making you better versus making you worse.
Can I ask, this is kind of a fun question then. Yeah. What is something that Jordan does that is like the big, like drives you kind of crazy, like a little bit insane, like a pet peeve maybe you have with him, and then you have to answer it too. Jordan's already smiling. He has one. Let's hear it, Jordan.
No, you go first.
I already know what he doesn't like that I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
I already know. But for him, well, he's really repetitive, so he'll get stuck on like a little piece of a song, and he'll sing it like 100 times in a day.
Ooh, baby, I love you way.
Ooh, that
every
was
day. Yeah. I say that 100 times a day.
Literally, and I'm like, help me. Or
do you listen to the same song over and over again until you're sick of it then too? Like that kind of, is that your vibe too?
No, I listen to it once and then it's in my head and I sing it.
The only thing is he's a little bit forgetful. He doesn't mean to be though, but what I've realized is I am too. So it's like I can't really be bugged by that.
Yeah, I can be. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
what were you gonna say? You were smiling.
Sydney says, "No, yeah, I know."
Oh, there
all the time, even if she doesn't know.
What a flaw, huh?
No, yeah, I know.
No, it's not a flaw.
It's beat him up on camera.
It's exactly how I'm repeatable. It's your tick. It's like, oh, I could give examples.
You're like, I'm gonna go to the gym and then come home. No, yeah, I know.
No. It wouldn't be like that. It would be anytime you're
telling me
explaining something, or like we could be playing a brand new game like Settlers of Catan, which we just learned to play. I'd be like, you actually, you put up no, Sid, don't do that. You said, no, yeah, I know. I was doing that, but I had to do this first. I was like, no, you don't know. It's okay, baby. You don't know. It's fine. We literally just opened the box. There's no way you could have known. It's fine.
I think it's my tick because I'm nervous to upset people. And like when I feel like I'm doing something wrong, I like my brain automatically says it.
I guarantee.
Okay.
I can almost guarantee
I'm
get her once.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to start listening for it.
No,
now
don't.
Too.
It's it'll ruin it now.
Ruin what?
Well, no, it's like once you realize that somebody has that repetitive, like now Sophie's going to notice my repetitiveness of singing or saying something, and now she'll notice it every time.
And now I'm going to notice when you say no, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay.
Does a buggy 1 to 10?
Yeah, 7.
Whoa, that was high.
That's high? No, it's not.
High. That's really high.
No, that's not high.
Yes, it is.
A 7? If you saw a guy walking down the street and you're like, that guy's a 7, would you think that's pretty high? No, you'd be like,
no, a 7 means you're hot.
I guess.
It's slim
so
pickings.
A 7, it's above a 5. It's above average.
I always use the Portnoy pizza guide. Like a 7's like, whatever.
He doesn't do.
I think a 5 is whatever.
Okay, 7.1.
There you go.
Yeah, 7.1 is just like standard. It's pizza. I'd go there, but it doesn't.
Okay, fine.
It's not crazy.
I can get down with that.
No,
I
I'm
suppose.
not crying.
If the biggest thing that bugs you is a 7, then we're probably in a good place.
Sure.
I didn't realize. Was it that bad? I don't even want to know. Forget it.
No, yeah,
On
she
to the
knows.
next.
No, yeah, she knows. It's not that bad. Okay, moving
Next.
on. We're gonna play a little game.
Ooh.
I was just gonna think of a really fun name and I lost it.
Oh, crapper.
Called Sid and Jord. Wow, so
Uh-oh.
What
creative.
a game name. How did
'Kay.
you
Sid and Jord.
You have
come up
to.
with it?
So I'm gonna give you each some paper and something to write on.
Buddhism?
It's a book. Stop. I was reading it.
Okay, here's a
That's what I'm
pen.
writing
you
on.
haven't told me?
I feel like you're gonna need the thicker one, and you're gonna have to. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question, and you're both gonna write down the answer, and you're going to have to do this fast. You
Okay.
literally have 5 seconds to write.
Don't look at my answer.
It's
Jordan.
hard to do it with the the mic.
Oh, I kind of forgot. Put the mic down when you write. So put your mics down.
Okay.
Just put it in your lap. There you go. Okay, first question, and you both answer and write it down. Then on 3, you're gonna flip it, and we're gonna see if you guys have the same answer. We're gonna start easy. What is Sid's favorite food? You have 10 seconds. Favorite food. Okay, we're gonna flip in 3, 2, 1. Let me see.
I can't believe it took me that long.
Okay, Sid put. Yeah, I was gonna say Sid. I think Jordan put cheese and
no, it is cheese, but I was thinking like foods. Like I always think like dinner or something.
Martina.
You always make fun of how I always
or
go there.
pasta.
It's 1,000% cheese.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
It's not
awkward
even.
because he knows me more than I know myself.
It's
So that's
cheese.
great. I overthink these games, you guys. I get really
You're
nervous.
good. You're good.
Babe,
Sid-
you have to write down like the actual food.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Next question. What's her sign? So this is like horoscope. This is gonna be difficult for Jordan. I'm gonna be surprised. We're gonna flip in 3, and 2, and 1. We flip. And
I'm wrong. I wrote Pisces, but that's mine.
What the hell? I have it
Aries,
tattooed
yeah.
on my arm.
I know. I knew I was wrong. It's
God.
like, when you have to answer it in 10 seconds.
Yeah, no,
and I
you're
know
good, you're
maybe
good.
3 of the
I know,
signs.
okay, fair.
Pisces, Aries, and
They sound similar.
By the way, Jordan is wearing his Spoolish pants right now. Shout out Emily Essen. Shout
Hey.
out Spoolish. Okay.
I am dreamy, imaginative, and romantic.
Let's see what the back says.
Spoolish, by the way, you guys, is like horoscope based sweats. So that's why Sid brought that up at the moment.
I'm going to see your bad.
Okay, next question. Who falls asleep first? In 3, and 2.
It's next. We both
And
got
one.
this right. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Jordan.
Yeah.
He's out when he hits the pillow.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hold on, I'm just going to look at one thing really quick. I turn over.
He's like,
He's twitching already. He's
I-
got his arm.
I saw this TikTok the other day. It's like when you're cuddling and you know who falls asleep first, and then the one person just like has a complete seizure.
That's
That's me.
That's him. And usually he'll elbow me in the head and he'll like look at me and his eyes are all like
elbow you in the head.
tired. And I'm like, ow. And he's like, I'm sorry. Like nuzzles up again.
Aren't you jealous when people fall asleep before you and you're
Yeah.
like, wow, that looks so nice. I wish I could be sleeping.
To be honest, I can't fall asleep until he falls asleep. It's a weird thing.
Well, it's
All right.
not hard because apparently when my head hits the pillow, I'm out. So
Very true.
Okay, next question. Mic's down, pen's out. Does Sid want kids? Yes or no?
these are too easy.
Jordan says it's too easy.
These are too easy.
In 3,
It's yes.
2,
Goats.
1.
3.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I do.
Okay. I wasn't going to ask this one, but I'm asking another one.
Okay.
Does Sid want, I guess if she wants kids, she wants marriage. Moving on. Next question. Who apologizes first after a fight?
That's easy too.
Don't.
I'll have her write it and then.
No,
when
you
she-
both write it. You got it down, Sid?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2,
That's
1.
not true.
Flip.
It's you every time.
No, can I explain this one? There's
Sure.
a reason
No.
why I wrote this one. No, I do. I apologize every time. I'm very apologetic. But Jordan sometimes will do the like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. And I'm like, oh, yeah, really?
You're like,
sorry
wait, is
I
that-
feel
is that an
way?"
I'm not
apology?
apologizing for.
Oh, well, that's apologizing to an extent, right?
No, that's like
No.
a easy way out of a. No.
And
If
then
you
I
say
loop
I'm
'em right
sorry,
back
I'm,
in.
Well, no,
I'm
I
sorry
can
that
explain
you're
myself, though.
You say I'm sorry that you're a bitch. That's not quite
Oh,
like
no.
that's not
We
like
would
the right
never
way.
do that though.
Do I need to explain myself?
Yeah,
or
sure.
no?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, it's a example of, I don't really know I don't want to mince words, but it's like if somebody's wrong about something or they feel a certain way because of I don't know the reason. I can make up an example, but it's like, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I don't think.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? It's different.
Yes, I feel.
No,
that.
I get that. I get that now that you say that.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing. I'm trying to help, like, walk through the scenario.
Oh,
Walk through the situation.
Yeah,
I
walk
feel
through
it.
the situation.
maybe if I apologize,
I can feel
more,
a certain way and be wrong, and that's okay.
Well, now you guys are gonna fight to see who apologizes first. Mr. Dex, you know?
No.
No.
Hey, I apologize first. Oh.
Next question: who initiated the first kiss? 3, 2, 1. Jordan. Okay, let's hear the details.
Do you see what it says underneath?
Finally, he took a while.
He was a grandpa. He was respectful though, and
Not
he
being
finally.
a grandpa. That's being I was
was
being
respectful.
That's a
respectful.
joke.
I was making a joke.
And I had butterflies.
Oh, I did too. He's so cute.
So cute.
It was really cute. We were watching a show. We just had like a charcuterie night, right?
Do you remember the show?
Yeah, it was horrible. Horrible. We
It
were
was
watching
that-
Jeffrey Epstein's
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
like
Epstein
whole-
Island thing
yeah,
on Netflix.
It was
And you're like, now let me kiss you after
Well,
we
because
watched
we were
this
like-
man molest children.
No, they don't show
I
it. They just
twisted it. It was
explain
kind
it.
of like, man, that guy's really disrespectful to women. I would never do that.
There you go.
But like finally, he
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
I was waiting for him to kiss me. I'm like, God damn it, I waited
I
to kiss me.
asked.
Hurry up. And he goes, okay, I waited too long. Can I kiss you now? And I was like, yep, yeah, you can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I go, lay it on me, buddy.
Did you say that?
No.
No.
I always wonder, like, first kiss, if you have to ask before or if it just happens. Because I feel like most of the time when I've had a first kiss, we talk about it and then we kiss. Like, it's so weird when it's just a lean in because I feel like guys are way too afraid to be rejected.
I know.
So guys
yeah, that's
always
okay.
talk about it before you kiss. But you guys were obviously on the right path. Like, you were hanging out alone and you were seeing each other. But
No, that's a good
Do you know what
point,
I'm
though.
saying?
Yeah, it's a really good point because I feel like sometimes it's like sprung upon you and you're like,
Like,
whoa, hey.
back it up.
Yeah,
Back
you
it
don't
up
want it
unless
to be
you're
like
drunk
that.
or something. I feel like the only time it isn't is when you're drinking.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
No, I know.
You agree?
No, I know.
No, I know.
I did it on purpose that time. All
No,
right.
she didn't.
Yes, I
Let's
did.
just say she didn't. Next question. Who is more romantic? Plans the dates. Does all the goods. 3 and 2 and 1. Sid, yours is upside down.
Mine is upside down, but it says Sid, I think.
Yep. He said Sid too.
I just think so
Yeah.
highly of you. I almost want to write you every single
No,
time.
she's just her love
I
languages
go, I think, and I'm
are
like,
if you did the love languages, hers physical touch and like that's hers. Mine is not.
What's Sid's top love language?
Words of affirmation
Okay.
And
and
then
then
what?
physical touch. Gifts. Oh,
Acts of
quality
ser-
time. Quality
Oh,
time.
I was
Quality
like,
time.
come on, Jordan,
Okay.
you know this one.
Or yours
My
is
bulb went off.
one more time?
Jordan's?
Yeah, Jordan's.
Jordan's is quality time, but his first one is acts of service,
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
which I actually
You have-
like to do.
I love doing acts
I'm
of
a
service.
don't tell me, show me person.
Yes.
He doesn't need to hear it. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
even really want to hear it. Sometimes he'll be like, babe, I think you're amazing and I appreciate you, la la la. Thanks. And I'm
It's
like,
so
okay.
Yeah, it's so difficult because, for example, I love giving acts of service, and it's because I like receiving it.
Oh,
You know,
okay,
so like
yeah.
if I was in a relationship, it's like I want to like do little things for you, like Post-it notes and like random things, and then because that's how I show love. But then at the same time, it's like that's not how some people show you love. So you guys have to find that like
Yeah,
connection.
we're way different in that.
Yeah.
way.
So like even though you don't
We've
like
talked
those,
about it.
even though you don't like those words of affirmation,
I do
she
it.
does. You
Mhm.
have to do it for Sid.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we have to, you know,
Mhm.
but luckily we've kind of found a balance
Good.
finally.
How'd
we
you
just had
guys
to work on it.
Did you guys have to like bring up this conversation and was it awkward or like how did that happen?
We had it like on the side a couple times, and then we like literally took the test.
Smart.
because I was just like, I'm not getting
She
what I
couldn't.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that to him. We
Mhm.
tell each other like straight up everything. That's also another thing. The reason why it works is because literally I'll be like, you know, that bugged me what you said right there, and I don't like that, and we deal with it right then and there. And it's never like aggressive. Like it's never too much.
Yes.
We're in past, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. You like
Yeah,
stuff
it's like
it down.
in 9 months, I don't think I've ever gone to bed worrying about like
That's
having
so
Sid be
important.
upset with me or vice
Yeah.
versa.
Yeah.
And I
Like
think
ever.
that's how even like friendships, like me and Sid have had this conversation as friends. Like if something bothers you with the podcast, we're gonna bring it up at the moment, you know, after the podcast that day, rather than letting those things build up. So I think you guys are killing it.
And side note, we've gotten Soph and I have just like, if anything bugs us, it's like it comes out within 30 seconds instead. And that, I kid you not, will save relationships, like friendships, work, business, whatever. You just need, if something's bugging you and giving you that weird gut feeling, you need to say it out loud. And
some people are more apt to do that naturally. Like, to be honest, I've always been like that. People know how I feel when I feel it. And some people, it's so difficult for them. Like my sister, for example, she hides it all down, and all of a sudden it's just like a blow up. So you just have to work on it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to switch topics now to a little bit of Jordan's specialty, because I know this is not the most fun topic to talk about, but at the same time, like, I don't know shit about stocks, about finances, about budgeting. I'm learning a little bit more about budgeting lately, but I want to hear some tips from you, because we have had some listeners curious about finance questions. I remember when we did the whole like things you want us to talk about.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of relationships, a lot of sex questions, a lot of those fun things. But at the same time, I think finance is a part of everyone's life. Like, we deal with it. Money is unfortunately what runs the world. So it's something that we got to talk about.
Exactly.
Well, it can be fun. It doesn't have to be, like I said before the pod, like, I'm not an accountant.
Yeah.
I'm not
I know.
Gonna,
I was like, I don't want to talk
I'm not
about
going to
it.
look at your like balance sheets and your W-2s, and you know what I mean? It's like, it should be fun. I mean, for me, it's a hobby, so it doesn't have to be boring by any means.
What do you mean it's a hobby?
He's made it a hobby for me too.
Yeah, I mean, looking at stocks and investing and cryptocurrencies, or even Pokemon or whatever it is, it's like fun to me, I guess.
Because you can look, here's the thing that he's taught me is like, you can look and invest in companies that excite you, like Revolve. You know what I mean? Like, if you get in early enough, now you own stocks. Now you're making money just by like buying some stocks at a low price when it came in early. I learned that all from Jordan. You know what I mean? So like, for me, finances, and the reason I think it's helpful to talk about, and why our listeners were like, hey, throw it in there, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Is like, because it is fucking boring from the outside if you don't know what you're doing or talking about, or really if you're like, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But everyone has to deal with it. And once I met Jordan and learned all these things from him and how like fun it is, it's weird. It's fun.
Well, and I think people get reserved about when people don't like talking about things they don't understand, right? So like when the whole world was talking about GameStop and AMC, and you see like Portnoy and all these people over Twitter talking about like what's going on, and somebody looks at it and they go, I have no fucking clue what this means, but really cool. Oh yeah, no, I saw that in the news. Yeah, but if you don't understand just the basics, you don't want to talk about it, right? Because people don't like to talk about what they don't get.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. That's why I'm here. When you say cryptocurrencies, I have no fucking idea what that means.
It's true. I didn't know until he told me. I didn't know freaking what
I still don't understand all of it, but I think the most important thing so if I just start about talking about investing in general, like things I wish I knew when I was back when I was 23, like you guys, when I was young, like the first thing is, one, create a budget. And it's not that you look at it every day, but just so you have mental, like a mental idea of, what you're bringing in a month, what you can spend, what you should be saving, all that stuff. Because then you kind of understand where you're at, right? And then once you create a budget, you can figure out, where you can start to save and invest. And the way that you make money in the long term is by investing early on and compounding. I mean, you guys understand interest, right?
Yes.
Like
interest on your money, and investing in companies really early on that end up going up. And I think like everyone I talk to, all their parents always have stories of, oh, I wish I would have done this when I was your age. My mom's is Martha Stewart. She's like, when Martha Stewart went to jail, her stock went to like the pennies. And I told your dad I wanted to buy it, but we didn't. Then she came out of jail, and like Martha Stewart's stock went through the roof. Right. Or like, your dad will have one. For a lot of people our age, they're like, I wish I would have invested in Tesla or Amazon because I thought electric cars would be this, or I thought online shopping would be. It's like, well, if you saw that, like now you know what you should be looking for. So why wouldn't you do it like today?
Yeah. You talk about patterns, right?
Yeah. It's just patterns. My friend, like, he started seeing guys wear Lululemon, and he just went and blindly invested in Lululemon, and it's worked out for him. Or like, when you start seeing everybody using Apple phones, right? Same type of thing. So for me, when I think about Bitcoin and crypto, like, you don't have to get into the boring stuff about how they're made and all this stuff. But if you just believe in digital money, then you believe in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's like That's
So-
really all you have to understand at the end of the day, and then you can really go down the rabbit hole if you want.
Yeah. So Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are similar in terms of they're both like digital
Yeah,
money.
Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is like the number
Oh.
one cryptocurrency.
So
it gets mixed up
I
a
get
lot.
it. So cryptocurrency
So there's
is
thousands
like
of
digital
cryptocurrencies.
currency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of physical money,
It's
Mhm.
cryptocurrency. So
and
it's
physical
not,
money is tracked.
Yeah, it's digital.
And there's
Okay.
not, an abundance.
Yeah.
Then again, we are in so much debt in the United States,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of like simplifying it. It's without the paper, sort of.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
just tell
Simplify
people it's a super easy example that people like get. You
Mm-hmm.
go like, if you want to send me money right now and it's not cash, how do you do it?
Venmo.
Venmo. But Venmo's not real money.
It's cryptocurrency, right?
No, it's not cryptocurrency. So it's backed by, I believe, PayPal is the parent company.
Okay.
And essentially what they're doing is they have a bank of real money in the background, and they're allowing you to take your dollars out of your checking account and send it to somebody. So it's a facade of money. But really what happens in the background is that actual transaction takes weeks, if days or weeks for that actual transaction to settle. And so that's why there's fees. That's why PayPal, they have a great business model, but at the end of the day, like, they're taking on the risk that the money is actually there and they can send it. With Bitcoin and most cryptocurrencies, like, you can send money to anybody in the world and it settles and is there in about 20 or 25 minutes.
Wow.
It's like simplified.
So if you believe in that concept of I should own my own money and I should be able to send it to who I want, when I want,
Wherever.
really, really fast, and you believe in that, like, you should believe in digital money.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you not?
Yeah,
Are there
exactly,
people
'cause
out
it's-
there that don't believe
oh my
it?
God, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, well,
Oh.
everybody that's in on big banks and finance, because
They
like,
don't want to screw themselves
if
over.
your
by
money
believing
is
it.
in if your money is in a bank account, U.S. Bank, USA, Wells Fargo, etc., your money is with them, but what they're doing is they're holding all of those assets and they're just making money off of it in the background. Like, that's what they do. They make interest on it. They're loaning out your money to other people to buy homes, to buy cars, to do all these things. If you sit back for a second, you go, what? Like, why can't I be doing that with my money? Like, it's my money. What do you mean I can't send it to somebody tonight? Like, what do you mean I have to wait a day for it to go to Andrew or my mom or whoever? Like, they're on a trip. They need it now. Like, well, you got to pay a $20 fee and it can get there, in 3 days because it's got to settle and do all this stuff. You're like, why?
Yeah.
They for sure just do that because they're
And
the only
yeah,
ones that
because
can do it,
because
right?
I know for a
bet
fact that
that's
if
why.
I pay you $20, you can do an instant transaction because I've done it on Venmo, right? I've taken it, put it in my account, and you pay a 10% fee, whatever it is. Okay, that's fine.
Now yeah.
That's fine, but I want my own. I want control of my own money, and that's what Bitcoin and digital currencies are.
Do you think that Bitcoin and the digital currency, cryptocurrency, there's almost like it's exciting in terms of you're kind of like gambling with your money a little bit, and is that also why you enjoy gambling?
Well, I do
I feel like
enjoy
there's a
gambling.
little bit of a
Interesting tie
connection.
there. I was gonna say.
I do enjoy gambling. I think the reason Bitcoin it's because it's so new.
Yeah.
Right. So one, people don't understand it. Two, it's really volatile because it's such a new market. So when people see the volatility, they think it's gambling because, like, you could put money into it and can go super up or super down. But if you look at it over the last decade, it's been volatile, but volatile in an upwards trajectory. Like, the price
Yeah.
of it's $40,000, and a year ago it was $20,000. You're like, well, if it's going to be volatile, I'd rather it be volatile going up. Right? Like, yeah, there's dips along the way, but if you have been in it at almost any point up till now, you've made profit. So I think in another 10 years and 10 years after that, like, think about right now, in 20 years, if you just purchase it today, you'll be 43, not even halfway through your life, knock on wood, that
that we don't die.
yeah, that you don't die. But like,
Knock
in
on wood, I'm
20
like,
years,
why?
it's probably going to go up even more, just
Yeah.
looking at, like, where we're headed as a
Society.
yeah.
Speaking of stocks and Bitcoin, then we're gonna group them together just to generalize.
Sure. Yeah.
Other
Investments.
investments.
Any investments.
Okay.
Yeah.
When should someone start,
Now.
and how much should you just start with just to kick it off?
Or even rewind a little bit. How, like, if you're me, what can I do next week to, like, get started on it?
Well, it all goes back to the budget.
Okay.
So
I need to do
one,
that
you have
first.
to have your
Yep.
budget.
I'm like, okay.
Two, I think you look at your savings, and I mean, I don't want to. I'll just throw out just a super easy number of $1,000. It could apply to $10,000 or 100. Just to use a really easy round number, I think at least 75% of that should be in some form of stocks. You should have 25% of it in your bank account that you save for a rainy day or an emergency or whatever it is. But there are stocks out there that, again, knock on wood, are blue chip stocks that will just slowly over time only go up. I think I've said Portnoy 3 times on this, but I believe in something. He goes, I think long term, just stocks only go up. Like you look at the historical data on it, right? Like things like Apple, the blue chips that you really believe in, invest in them, and long term, they're going to go up as long as you don't.
Blue chips. That's like a safe bet.
Yeah,
you're
a safe
saying?
bet. So like Microsoft, Apple, Walmart.
Okay.
Those are like blue chicks.
Blue chicks. Yeah,
blue
they
chip
are.
stocks that over time will be around for a long time and most likely go up.
So start small. Like if you had $1,000, I'd put 75%. That's a lot of my savings.
How about this?
Can I
Back
start
it
smaller?
It is. Well, you can always. You should start somewhere, right? Like
Okay.
you don't just want to not start. I think the biggest mistake people make is like my parents were really good about when I first got out of college. They were like, if your company does a company match in 401k, do it. Like make sure you do that. And I go, I don't want to do that. It's $200 a month. And like to me at that time, like $200 a month was my car payment or whatever it was. But they're like, do it. And I'm so glad I did, because now I look back, I'm 30, and I look back and just the interest and the money over time has like done extremely well.
So you should match.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah,
you should.
Oh,
it's free money.
It's
So
free
think
money.
about it. It's free money. It's your company saying if you invest in your 401k, we will match the money that you do up to a certain percent. Why wouldn't you? It's just free.
Yeah.
There's so many free, not free money, but there's so many things out there to take advantage of that people don't. Like with credit cards and rewards and cash back. And I used a debit card for 5 years of my life. I'm like, how much money did I spend when I could have been getting 3% cash back using a credit card?
Yeah.
Yeah, credit cards are huge too. Building credit. And like having that, what's weird is he helped me realize that like debt is not all bad, which I was like, what? What do you mean? It's
yeah,
like,
they
it
literally
helps
call
your
it
credit.
good debt. Yeah, there's certain debt that's good
was
debt.
like, huh?
Student loans are good debt. Houses are good debt. Bad debt would be like a boat, a car. I think cars are considered bad debt. But there's good debt to have. It builds your credit, and it's things that everybody has.
Oh, I
Isn't
didn't
that
know
weird?
that. That's cool.
I know it's interesting.
So you're
'Cause
like,
oh,
okay.
I got to get rid of it.
You're
I got to
like,
get
all
rid
right,
of it.
fine.
And you're like, well, no, not if you're paying it off on time and like doing well with it and not, letting
That's
it
awesome.
build super interest. Yeah, I don't know.
I have to tell you guys this. I'm so proud of myself for sitting here and talking about this, because I was actually interested.
Really? Are you like engaged?
I was engaged, and I would never in a million years talk about stocks. And here I am
See, it's kind
talking
It can be
about.
fun.
I'm talking about cryptocurrency. I feel
with
like
my boyfriend.
I honestly feel really cool when I say that word. Hey, so like
It can be fun, and what's even more fun is in 7 years when your money went up, and now it enables you to do the things that you want to do in life. Because a lot of people, like the 99% of us, can't do that, right?
Yeah.
There's like probably less than 1% of people that have their dream job that can actually do what they love. I know everyone says do what you love. That's WeWork's thing, right? Do what you love.
It is WeWork's thing. And I'm
That-
sitting there
so-
changing the coffee filter, and I'm like,
I am very adamant.
I love,
So now I'm going to get
Do
fired
what
up.
I love.
I am very adamant about this. Like, don't, unless you're part of the 1%, early on, don't do what you love. Do what you're good at, because you'll make more
Yes.
money doing it. And then later on in life, you can do what you love.
I love that.
kind of like the side hustle. Like
Yeah,
keep
it's
it
like
a
no one
side
has their
hustle.
dream job. Like, if you're under 40, there's another 99.9% chance you don't have your dream job. If you
Yeah.
put yourself in your
Yeah.
I have my dream job, then what's your next job? What are you going to do? You already had your dream job. Like, no,
Gotta
you don't
make
have
your
your
goals
dream
bigger.
job. You need to do something that you're really good at, and then figure out over the years as you grow and mature, and then do what you love.
Okay.
I love to golf. So
Yeah.
I found a job that, and I love my girlfriend, but I found a job that allows me to golf with clients or have, free time in the morning and afternoon to be flexible so I can golf.
Yeah.
But I
He's a
can't be a
freaking
professional
realist.
golfer.
You are a
no
realist.
chance.
I was going to say, I agree with that to a certain extent, for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
there's always gray area.
There's always a gray area, because there's a way to kind of, I guess side hustle is probably the best way to explain it, but like have that job where you can have that the finances coming in decently, and then have that side hustle, and then eventually turn it into your main gig.
Yeah, the
Yeah, oh,
side
hell
hus-
yeah.
That's
Hell
what
yeah.
I think Gary
course.
Vaynerchuk says the same thing. Talk about a guy that side hustles. He was like,
Who?
do your Gary Vaynerchuk.
Okay.
Have you heard of him?
No.
No.
His name's Gary V.
Oh, I know Gary Vee.
Yeah,
I saw him.
That's Gary Vee.
I
Whenever
saw
he says
him.
the last name, I'm like, huh?
Yeah. So
I
that's
saw him
Gary
at
Vee.
Ewing Hotel one time.
Yeah, and I think he's awesome, but he says the same thing. He's like, find a 9 to 5. He says this, Gary. Find a 9 to 5 that fucking pays you literally as much money as possible. You know, he talks like that.
That's exactly.
But he's
how
like,
he
he's
talks.
literally find the job that pays you as much as possible for what your current skills and what you're good at, and then hustle on the side with the stuff that you love to do. Figure out how to make money off of that, and then eventually you'll get to the point you can do it.
And
Or merge
even
'em.
and even better if that 9 to 5 is building upon your side hustle that will
Absolutely.
like take into account
Heck.
like what you
But
want to do.
they all are. Like no matter what you do, the 9 to 5 is always building on something else. Whether you work at McDonald's or there's literally always something to learn.
That's true.
Always.
I
Doesn't
just-
matter
yeah.
where you work or what you do.
Love that.
Keep raising your hand.
Wow,
right?
Jordan,
Like,
you're insightful.
he's full of freaking
I
knowledge.
get fired up about it. I think
Do you guys want to like get coffee and talk cryptocurrency?
Yes. I love finances. He knows I'm like a money hungry freak. So now does this make sense why this works? Because
you little mungry. You little money hungry freaks.
well, just because also like how much shit did you just learn from him for 5 minutes? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I've been
I
dating for 8
actually-
months. It's like knowledge in my ear. Oh, and every time I'm sitting there, I'm like,
The-
where's my pen? Where's my paper?
I'm not like a genius. Do we have to wrap up?
No, I mean
Oh.
yes, but
Okay.
keep going.
I'll just wrap up on saying like I'm not a genius. I didn't like the internet is free. There's so much information out there that you can just go find on Google. Like there's no
Yeah.
excuse anymore for anybody or close to anybody. Obviously there are excuses for some people that are less fortunate and we should help those people. But if you have a phone that connects to the internet, go figure it out. It might
Google
take
is
a
your
lot of
friend.
time, but go figure it out.
Google
Wow.
is your friend.
Google.
Biggest piece of learning or advice for somebody in their early 20s or mid 20s or late 20s, any learning that you want to throw out there?
Start early. Find a job that pays you as much as possible for what you're able to do. And it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Woo!
1,000%.
I love that.
I love
say
Connect with
that
as
too.
many people as possible. Like my job I currently have now was my first job out of college. It was my field rep at the time. Anyone who was in sales. I was an inside sales rep. He was an outside sales rep. We only worked together for like 6 months, but I really liked him and he stayed my mentor. I asked him to be my mentor.
Smart.
And now I'm at a startup where he's the CEO and I run sales and marketing and
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dang.
Find
It's
good
not
people.
what you know, it's who
It's
you know.
who you know.
That's why you got to DM those LinkedIn people.
Dude,
Talk
you'll
to
figure
some
it all out
saying.
later.
Yeah.
Like it's not, not all jobs are crazy. It's
Mhm.
just experience and having
Yeah.
people help you.
Well, thanks, Jordan.
Jordan.
You're the
You're so
best.
full of
You can
knowledge.
sit here for a little bit while we read our listener stories, though.
Yeah, do you want to
Do
be a
I
part of
want
that?
to?
Yeah.
Yes,
do.
you have to sit here for
Color
our listener
commentary?
stories.
Jordan, you're the best. Okay, listener stories, shall we? These are gonna be
Listener
good.
straight
You guys
candid
are
moments.
God, people get funnier like by the week. I swear to God, people are so confident to send these in. I'm like, you guys
And
are
we've been
so-
getting more and more, which is
I
why
know.
it's so fun to read through these, you guys. So remember, we picked the best ones. So make sure you don't have those grammatical errors. Make sure it's funny when you send it in because we want to pick the good ones. So
Most of these are freaking
Yeah.
hilarious. It's hard to pick, you guys. That's how many people we're getting in. Okay, straight candid moment. First one. So I was watching up on your episodes. Oh, catching up. Sorry. Wow, I can't read apparently. Watching up. Good Lord. While waiting in the forever line at Chick-fil-A. And I was on the part where you were talking about last week's straight candid with the butt plug.
episode 17.
I put it on pause to order my food. At this one, the workers come up to your car window. When I was trying to go to my text and read off my husband's order, I somehow hit play on the screen and your podcast started playing and the word butt plug was nice and loud for the worker to hear. I started hysterically laughing and go, oh fuck. And I play it off as, have you ever heard this podcast? These girls are so funny.
Pitched us to the Chick-fil-A team.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Ordered my food, rolled my window up, and remembered Chick-fil-A is a Christian-based corporation.
Closed on
Oh,
Sundays.
jeez. So I'm probably going to hell for swearing. Took my ass straight home and enjoyed my food. Hashtag no regrets. Hashtag straight candid.
butt plug. She just pulls it. Butt plug. Butt plug. So I was wearing a butt plug. I hope someone presses play right now. If you're at Chick-fil-A right now, butt plug.
Stop.
All right. I have a straight candid as
Oh,
well.
that's good. God, people are funny.
Okay.
Man.
Meanwhile, oh, sorry, I started in the middle.
Jeez, how long is it?
Meanwhile,
Okay, I'm going to try. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm going to read it. Oh my God, I have a straight candid moment, she says. So I've been hooking up with a guy for a little while now, and he told me he liked me, and right away I was like, I'm not interested in being in a relationship with you because I'm not interested in that way. We were then on the same page and continued to casually hook up and develop a friendship. Meanwhile, I'm in a new class, and it's really difficult. I noticed a girl in my online class, and I invited her to come over and work together, and she said yes. We were chatting and catching up and really enjoying each other's company. She mentioned that she was going out with a new guy and was really excited about it, told me his name, and it was the guy that I've been hooking up with.
oh,
Both of our faces turned red and our stomachs were in knots. He started hitting her up less than 24 hours after.
24 hours after? Oh, yeah, you really liked her. Geez.
Yeah,
what the
24
hell's
hours
wrong with him,
after
Salty?
he had been with me.
Salty.
Part of me is totally fine because he didn't technically do anything wrong and I didn't like him in the first place. But for some reason, it made me sad. I think it's because she was teenier than I am, which made me self-conscious. But I think I'm trying not to think about it. And I remember why I picked this story now because at the beginning of this episode, I talked about my straight canon moment, and it relates back to this. So
I love to hear it.
I just, yeah. You guys heard me talk about it at the beginning of the podcast, but I just think that that comparison game is such a dirty game. And
It's nasty. And you
it's
can't
hard.
stop sometimes. And you've got to stop. You've got to catch yourself and be like,
Yep.
I am not going to go there.
Yep.
We're all different. People are always going to be beautiful. I am beautiful, though.
Yes.
You have to remind
Yeah.
yourself of that.
And then to end on a more of a funny note, I have one more straight canon story that is not written in, but it's one of my friends that told me, so it's not going to be read directly from the story. But
oh, man, I'm ready.
Sid, you know who it is, too.
Oh, God.
So I have a friend, and he was like, so I was trying to so he was online looking at lube. He wanted some good lube, right? So he's doing some research, found some good lube. He ordered like a 12-pack or some shit. I don't know. I may have made that part up, but he ordered a lot of lube.
Oh, my God.
And instead of putting his home address, he accidentally put his work address.
oh, no.
Do you remember this? Do you know
Yes,
this?
I do.
And it got sent to his work instead of his house.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's horrible.
I haven't heard like the conclusion.
I was
like,
going to
is the-
say, we need the
Yeah, like
follow-up.
did they open it?
yeah, like did the boss open it? I don't know yet, but
Well, I'm sure the box is labeled like Lubatube or something like so random.
oh, if anyone wants good lube, I have a brand because Lubatube is not a brand, but
I made that one up.
But Uber Lube, UBER, Uber Lube. It is just.
Are they
it is
done doing the
nice.
whole rideshare thing or what's going on?
Uber Lube. Okay.
Oh,
Jordan, you
one,
silly little
Jordan.
businessman.
that took me a little bit,
Yeah.
but it is a good brand.
Alternative investments.
My OBGYN
God, he's
told
getting
me about
funny.
it. OBGYN told me about it
Because it's safe
because it's safe
and
good
clean.
and clean and whatever.
I love that.
Jordan, you're funny.
Jordan,
Thanks for sitting through our stories at the end too.
thanks
there.
for coming
That's
on
it?
and being a part of my thing. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got to do.
That's all we do.
You did
That was
it.
Easy.
Yeah, I know. See?
Were you nervous?
Not I was anxious.
Yeah.
Not nervous.
Not nervous.
Yes.
Never been on a podcast before. Never talking to a mic. All the.
You killed it. And I feel like the Back Pocket Boys are going to want you on to talk more of this cryptocurrency stuff.
we
So
can get in the details.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
they will.
We won't bore
Everybody,
their listeners.
if you've got anything else to say, anything you want to follow up on at Straight Candid Podcast on Instagram, hit us up or email us, obviously, straightcandidpodcast@gmail.com. Write us something.
I do have to say,
What?
it's so funny we put our email in there. No one else does it. I think we should
I love it.
I think we should take it out.
Oh, come on. I want you to send me a full-on letter.
Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. And I want to make sure we mention at the Back Pocket Podcast. They're the guys that kind of produce everything we do here, all the visual, all the audio. We wouldn't be here without them.
They're
and
our
then
dudes.
every Wednesday night, Date Night Podcast at First Draft in Minneapolis.
7 p.m.
7
We'll be
p.m.
there.
Sid and I will be there.
Meet
All
us
right,
there.
guys. Bye.
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 Yay.